Please note that the following content is not meant for children under 13. Hey everybody, it's SaskiaSketches, and today I'm going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions whilst painting a dragon. First, I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about the actual piece, because I was reading one of my favourite books. It's called The Buried Giant by Kazuo Ishiguro, and it's such a lovely book, and I just really love how it's written, especially the writing style and the way the story is structured and set up. It's so beautiful, my goodness. Anyway, there's a dragon, and spoiler alert, it's at the very end of the book where the main characters stumble upon this dragon. I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, it's kind of it's dying in a pit. It's hidden somewhere, and I really just wanted to paint it for some reason. So it was kind of like described that this really big emaciated dragon is just laying down at the bottom of one of the pits with nothing but a little thorn bush, I think it was, growing next to her. The rest was all, I guess, kind of dead. So that's all. I just got like a very, I don't know. I just want to paint it. That's all there is to it. So that's what I did. I made a couple of thumbnails trying to figure out what composition I want to go with, but I eventually just decided to go with my initial idea, just to get it, I guess, mapped out. I thumbnailed a couple things to see what exactly I wanted. And then I thought it would look cool and might be cool as like a cover design or something, but yeah, so I did a little thumbnail about that as well, but yeah, that's about it. So anyway, I wanted to reflect, I guess, during this video on the past year, and also I want to talk a little bit about my plans for next year, and then specifically art related. I'm not going to share too much about my personal life, but I think that's okay. Anyway, I guess the major thing that happened this year was that I finally finished the book that I had been writing for the past 3 years, maybe longer, because I spent so long on it, because it was so much fun. And yeah, that was in the beginning of January I finished my book, and after that I was feeling kind of, I guess, lost, because I had this huge project and it was finally finished, and then it was finished. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that concept. I think it's called post-achievement depression. And now I wasn't depressed at all. I was just, I guess, kind of lost, because I didn't really know what to do next, right? Because I'd achieved my goal of writing this huge book. It's really thick, but and it took a long time to write down and to because it's a really large fantasy book, and it's all in Dutch, so only if you're Dutch you can read it, but I'll link it in the description below anyway if you want to, I don't know, check it out. But be mindful that it is in Dutch, so if you don't speak Dutch, I do not recommend getting it. Yeah, but so I'd finished this book, and I was really proud of myself and of this accomplishment, because it was so awesome that I'd finally written something that I'm actually proud of, because I'd written a couple books in the past before, but I'd never really been that proud of them, because I never really put much thought into the story and whatnot. But this time I'd actually really planned out everything, so I had an entire story structure planned out, and a whole world made up. It took me a lot of time of that kind of stuff before I even started the actual writing. I think I really prefer that process than just opening Word and writing away, because it just helps, yeah, I don't know, get the structure right, get the pacing right, that kind of stuff. And that was so much fun. But now this huge accomplishment, this huge project, it was finished, and I didn't have anything else to do. So that was around the time that I started playing around with the idea in my head of making a YouTube channel. And oh my gosh, guys, I've kept it up. I made a YouTube channel and I've been uploading ever since the end of January this year, or I guess last year, because this gets uploaded in 2020. I'm recording this on the 29th, so that's yeah, that's how you know. Anyway, I've kept it up and I've uploaded a video every week, every Friday, and oh my goodness, I really think I've improved quite a bit. I think my videos are a lot more enjoyable to watch. I also think that I guess I got a lot more comfortable talking to an invisible audience, even though there's not many people watching my videos just yet. I do feel like in the beginning I was a bit more reserved, and I think I found my voice a little bit more. Yeah, and I just also really like that I found more of like a flow of editing my videos and how I speak and what kind of voiceovers I do and stuff, because I would mess around with script and no script and that kind of stuff. So now I occasionally have a note that says, okay, these things I want to address, but I mostly just wing it because I feel like that sounds a lot more natural, I guess, and it sounds a lot, yeah, it just feels more genuine, and I really like that about it. Yeah, so I really love that I made this commitment and actually kept up with it. And usually when I do something like this, when I commit to a big project like this, I'm always like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do it, and then I actually do it. I guess that might have something to do with my autism, because I can't just say I want to do something and do it halfway. I need to do it all the way. So I'm always go big or go home, basically. So yeah, I really love that I was able to keep this up, and I love that I've built a tiny bit of a fan base, and I can't wait for 100 subscribers. It's gonna be so much fun. I might even do like a giveaway or something. We'll see about that, because I guess that's a milestone worth celebrating, right? 100? Or 1,000 is gonna be cool, because then I can get monetized. Anyway, yeah, I really love that about last year, I guess. I don't think I did many more big projects, because I was mostly just incredibly busy, mainly with school, because in my last year of school, and I have final exams and that kind of stuff, and it's not fun, and it's just a lot of work and a lot of stress, but I am slowly getting through it, and hopefully next year I can actually get to this university that I really want to get into. It's about game design, and I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be so much fun, but it's a really harsh selection program that I'm still partaking in, so I pray to God that they pick me, because I just really love to get in there, and but yeah, so that's one of my goals for next year concerning art. I want to get into this school, and I really can't wait to actually accomplish that, because it would be awesome if I could. Yeah, and then I guess, oh yeah, one more thing that I wanted to mention about last year that I really liked doing was painting on the walls of my friend's house, because I made a YouTube video about this as well a couple months ago. This friend of mine asked if I wanted to paint on her bedroom walls, and it's so much fun doing that. It was a lot of fun. It's always fun to paint on something that's like really big, because I normally don't get to paint on that larger canvas. And yeah, I always get so, I don't know, I get so surprised every time when I paint on like a wall or something that's really, really big, or do a project on such a large scale. I'm always really surprised by the physical component of it, because I always get so much so many muscle aches and stuff. So when you're like constantly looking up, constantly having your arm on like far up to reach those far corners, that kind of stuff, it's yeah, it's surprisingly more of an activity than painting, I suppose, more of a physical activity than normal painting. If that makes any sense at all. But it was a lot of fun to paint on those walls. So now I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for next year. Oh boy. So like I mentioned, I really want to get into that art school, but I also am working on a screenplay, because I found it kind of a bummer that my book was in Dutch and that none of my English friends could read it. So I'm going to adapt it into a screenplay for a 12-episode series. I highly doubt it will ever get published, but or like made into an actual series, I mean. But at least I will have like a big Google Docs a big Google Docs document for all the people to read it that actually want to read it. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and I will have more experience with writing an actual screenplay, because I've been after I finished writing my book, I've been kind of upset. Well, not really upset, but like I found it disappointing that some of the things that I tried to set up didn't really work, or some of the stories that I spotted mistakes in my story structure and stuff. And I think that you can, you know, you have that with almost everything you made a year ago. You're gonna see flaws in it, and I really want to fix those flaws, because like the absence of character arcs, that kind of stuff, I want to give every character that I have an actual arc, those kind of things that I just blatantly missed for some reason, because I guess it's just a really big project, it's a big book, but yeah, now that I've taken a while off and not focused on it so much, I really feel like I can actually look at those things and find the mistakes a lot easier now that I've taken a break from it, and that is a lot of fun to actually have to revisit that world and that story, because I've been missing it a bit since I finished the book. So yeah, this story is far from over, and if I enjoy writing this, I might as well write a season 2. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun to write a screenplay instead of a book, for a change. Yeah, especially because I feel like screenplays might get done a bit quicker, because you might see results a bit quicker. I think that's it, because you would have a full episode at 20-ish pages, because one page in a screenplay equals 1 minute of screen time. So that's something that I really look forward to. And then obviously I really want to continue doing YouTube, so we're going for round 2, baby! Another year of YouTube, video every single Friday. I don't care how busy I am with this new school, I'm going to be uploading to YouTube, because I'm going to have at least one day off as usual, and if my new school can't handle that, then that's on them, because I need time off to do creative stuff. And that is actually something that I want to do, and not just a school project, which I'm also really looking forward to, making art for school. That's going to be so much fun. Can you imagine just art for school every day? Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Anyway, so YouTube every week, it's definitely going to happen, because I've been having so much fun doing YouTube this year, so I'm definitely going to continue this, and I hopefully might even build up a little bit more of an audience, because by the way, a super big shout out to all my 76 subscribers that have stuck with me throughout this year. And whether you subscribe today or at the very beginning, I am so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for making this YouTube journey all the better. Thank you for all your comments and all your likes. It makes me so happy. Thank you guys. So the 3 main things I'm going to be focusing on this year are YouTube, getting into art school, and writing a screenplay. So yeah, those are all the goals that I'm setting for this year, because I don't want to set the bar too high, because I'm going to have a lot of stuff to do with school. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you watched this video all the way to the end. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more art videos every single Friday. Have a great weekend guys, and keep on sketching. Bye!